I'll be speaking on like a sheep, like a sheep. You see, every man is like a sheep. You can move people from one place to another. We all know where sheep passes. We all know they move on water. If you are like a sheep, then you need to stay with God until He completes His work on you. That's when you can sail and have safety. Most people do not wait for God to complete His work in their lives. So at the end, they end up wasting the lives of the innocent people they came, they end up wasting the life of the innocent people that came to them. An unprepared ship will sink on the ocean, and both himself and those he carries will be a waste. As a sheep, we must wait on God to complete His work on us, so that we will not become a disaster to those who will journey with us in life. You are like a sheep. Your life can carry people. There are people that will come to you. There are people that will surround, that will move around you. There are people that will stay around you. But if you don't allow God to walk with you, if you don't allow God to work on you, you may end up becoming a disaster. You will carry people, but you will waste their lives. Not only their lives, you also will also waste your life because you are not fully prepared. It's just like you trying to journey on the river with a canoe that is leaking. Of course, the result of that. You know the result of that kind of exercise. You are sure for a sink. You know you are going to sink. So our life is like a ship that can carry people, that can move people from one place to another. But my question is, where do you move people to? Where is your life leading people to? Where is your life carrying people to? Is your life carrying people to where God can be found, or is your life moving people away from God? There are many people today whose life is moving people away from God at a very high rate. And there are others whose life is moving people towards God at a very high rate. I want you to be among those people whose life is moving people towards God. If you have not given your life to Christ, this is the best time, so that your life will not continue to move people away from God, so that your life will not be the reason somebody will say no to Jesus. If you have not surrendered to Jesus, or if you are not serious with Jesus, I think it is time for you to come to God and humble yourself and say, Father, I've come to you. Accept me. Give me grace to follow you faithfully. And as you pray that prayer, tell Him what you want Him to do for you. And trust Him for grace to be faithful. Find somebody that can mentor you, and be ready to take instructions from the Lord. Commit yourself to studies, studying the Bible, praying, and before you know it, you are back on the track. I pray the Lord will help us in Jesus' name. Don't forget, you are like a sheep moving people from one place to another. But make sure your life is moving people towards God and not away from God.